China has risked sparking war tensions after ships entered Japan's waters as part of a long-standing dispute with the nation today. China sent 2 vessels into the waters near the Senkaku Islands as it bids to spread its territorial claims. The islands have been claimed by both China and Japan over the years and have long been disputed. The operation comes as China enacted the new coastguard law, which allows the country's coastguard to use weapons. The law also allows Chinese ships to take action if Beijing views any ship as entering its own territorial waters too. In this instance, Japanese media claimed one of the Chinese vessels was armed with a cannon. The 2 vessels joined 2 other ships today in a threat to Japan's sovereignty. According to Nikkei Asia, 2 ships had also threatened a Japanese fishing vessel. The Japanese government soon lodged a complaint with China over the incursions and demanded the ships leave the area immediately. It is thought today's incursion is the 7th already this year. Although the 2 ships left after being warned by the Japanese government, it is the latest show of force from Xi Jinping. Ministers from the UK and Japan have previously voiced their concern over China's increased military presence in both the East and South China Seas. In a statement earlier this month from Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab, Defense Secretary Ben Wallace and Motegi Toshimitsu Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan, and Kishi Nobuo, Minister of Defense of Japan, the 4 issued their concern over the region. They said, the 4 ministers expressed serious concerns about the situation in the East China Sea and the South China Sea and strongly opposed any unilateral attempts to change the status quo and increase tensions. The 4 ministers reaffirmed the importance of upholding freedom of navigation and overflight above the South China Sea and urged all parties to exercise self-restraint and refrain from activities likely to raise tensions, in particular militarization and coercion. They emphasized the importance of peaceful resolution of disputes in accordance with international law as reflected in the UN Convention on Law of the Seas (UNCLOS) that sets out the legal framework within which all activities in the oceans and seas must be carried out and that all maritime claims must be based on the relevant provisions of the UNCLOS. China has also sparked concern over its persistent threats towards Taiwan. Like the Senkaku Islands, China sees Taiwan as part of the mainland due to its historical claims. Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin had previously claimed the islands as China's inherent territory. Chinese military jets have entered Taiwan's airspace multiple times as a show of force. Although Joe Biden has not completely outlined his view on matters in the region, Joe Biden has expressed a desire to maintain Donald Trump's stance against Beijing. While the 2 do not have official diplomatic ties, the US and Taiwan signed the Relations Act in 1979. This allows the US to provide the nations with arms deals in the pursuit to maintain peace and security in the region. Indeed, in 2020 arms deals to Taiwan amounted to £3.5 billion. Meanwhile, a report from the Council on Foreign Relations (CFR) think tank has told the US president a severe crisis in the South China Sea could start this year. It points to China's increasingly aggressive actions towards Taiwan leading to a dangerous flashpoint for the US. The CFR's annual Preventive Priorities Survey has highlighted the potential risk of war in Taiwan has risen to a top-tier conflict. Experts contributing to the report said Taiwan, in particular, is growing into the most dangerous flashpoint in the world for a possible war that involves the United States, China, and probably other major powers. In a bid to stave off a potential conflict, Mr. Biden has been urged to change and clarify its Indo-Pacific strategy. They added, the U.S. strategic objective regarding Taiwan should be to preserve its political and economic autonomy, its dynamism as a free society, and U.S. allied deterrence, without triggering a Chinese attack on Taiwan. Beijing regards Taiwan as a breakaway province that must be reunited with China and has threatened to take the country by force. In January, China ramped up military drills near Taiwan, with repeated incursions into the country's airspace. A dozen bombers and fighter jets were scrambled over the Taiwan Straits as Wu Qian, Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman, said, "We are seriously telling those Taiwan independence forces, those who play with fire will burn themselves, and Taiwan independence means war." The military activities carried out by the Chinese People's Liberation Army in the Taiwan Strait are necessary actions to address the current security situation in the Taiwan Strait and to safeguard national sovereignty and security. They are a solemn response to external interference and provocations by Taiwan independence forces. Continuing former President Donald Trump's approach to the region, Mr. Biden has stated he supports Taiwan's independence from China.